All right, please rise and join me as I get myself together here. In our opening number, We Are One.
Thank you, Mark. That was beautiful. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Syracuse. We are glad you're here this morning. My name is Maria Isabel Gonzalez. I am your platform assistant for today. I also wish to extend a welcome to those who are watching via our new live streaming. Bienvenidos. Let's open with the reading of today's daily word. Today's daily word is world peace. Peace in my life is my contribution to peace in the world. Reading or watching the news today may cause me to feel frustrated and angry, and that's an understatement. It would seem that there's little I can do to affect events in the world. Surely world peace lies well beyond my abilities. Yet I know and affirm that all life is an expression of spiritual consciousness. My every thought plays a vital role in determining not only how my life will unfold, but what I am contributing to the collective consciousness. The peace I choose to express in my life resonates into all of creation. As today unfolds, I welcome every opportunity to stop and center myself. Through my spiritual willingness, I contribute to peace in the world. I have said this to you so that in me you may have peace. In the world you face persecution, but take courage. I have conquered the world. John 16:33. When I first read this, I really didn't know what was going to come up for me because it seemed like such a huge topic. But when I was a little girl and went to camp, we had a song and it just kept resonating in my mind about peace, but we had to just change one word. So I'll make a half attempt at it. It's called Peace I Ask of Thee, O Spirit. Peace, peace, peace. As I learn to live serenely, cares will cease. From the hills I gather courage, visions of the world to be, strength to lead and faith to follow. All are given unto me. Peace I ask of thee, O Spirit. Peace, peace, peace. Now is the time for the children who are invited to join the youth and family ministry. Please meet your teachers at the back of the church, and we will sing a children's blessing as you go.
We truly, truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you.
There is a reminder for parents or the adults who have brought the children. Remember that you are responsible for the children once the church service is over. That involves also accompanying them as they gather their goodies downstairs. Please stand as you are able and join me in our statement of being. It is on the screen. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And now if you will take a moment to greet one another with a handshake or a hug. For those of you who are watching live stream, go hug a friend or a pet or stretch out and get a cup of coffee.
Have a seat and join me later. Life is not about heartache or hunger or need. It's not about sacrifice that leads us to bleed. There's something more important that there's born to know. 'Cause whatever you do, wherever you go, it's all about love. It's all about love. Just open your heart, love fills it up. It's all about love. Do that with me. It's all about love. It's all about love. Just open your heart, love fills it up. It's all about love. Beautiful. Fill the room with love. Love, love is the miracle of a newborn child. Love is that someone that makes your heart go wild. But however you feel it, it's all the same thing. It's the feeling within you that makes you want to sing together. It's all about love. It's all about love. Just open your heart, love fills it up. It's all about love. Together again. It's all about love. It's all about love. Just open your heart, love fills it up. It's all about love. Sing it to the world now. It's all about love. It's all about love. Just open your heart, love fills it up. It's all about love. Yes, it's all about love.
Thank you, Mark. Now it is time for our announcements. Please check out the bulletin for all that is going on here. I will highlight a few. Today, facilities team meeting at 1:30 p.m. YFM teachers meeting on September 23rd at 12:30 p.m. If you're interested in becoming a new member, sign up downstairs in the fellowship hall. Board meeting Tuesday, September 18th at 7 p.m. Practical Metaphysics class with Reverend Edith and Patsy Scala, Wednesdays through October 31st from 7 to 9 p.m. And now for our greeting of our new guests. I would like to warmly welcome all of our guests. Is there anyone here visiting us for the second or third time or who has not been here in quite a while? And if you raise your hand, if you could keep your hand up, then we'll be able to find you, because sometimes you raise your hand and then you bring them down, we forget where you are. Welcome, and thank you for returning. We have a gift for you downstairs in the bookstore, and you can pick it up after service. Is there anyone visiting here for the first time? Come on, Sally, you helped me out. You got to get that hand up. I have to tell you a really quickie. I came in this morning with so much stuff in my car, and I had no idea how I was going to get it out. And I walked in, and there were 3 people my own age, and I figured, well, they're not going to really be able to help me. And there was this new person that I'd never met named Sally, who had these strong arms, and I said, welcome to Unity. Now come help me. So, Sally, thank you, and keep your hand up, because we have an extra gift for you. Our gift of a candle represents the light of spirit shining within you. Attached to your welcome packet is a yellow slip. Please fill it out so that we can get to know you and take it downstairs to the bookstore for an additional gift. We invite all of you to stay after the service and join us for fellowship and refreshments downstairs. We have some good refreshments going on today, too. Okay, we're now going to go on to our 5 basic principles. On the screen, you can see our 5 basic unity principles. These are the basic tenets of unity. Are there 2 of you who have seen one of them demonstrated in your life this past week? Please raise your hand and share with us for 1 or 2 minutes. Shar. Wait for the microphone. Shar, keep your hand up, Shar, so we know where you are. I mean, Carol. I'm thinking Shar. Carol, keep your hand up. You know, sometimes when you become a couple, you just kind of blend in. So it becomes one word, Shar Carol.
Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, and I believe 5 all add up to this. Me and my brother went to Utica to go on a train ride yesterday, and they redid the whole. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's like back in the day, the benches, everything about it. And this guy come up to us, this older gentleman, and he had like a little case with him. And he sits down, he sits a little bit from me, and he goes, "Do you know about God?" He says, "I have some stories I can tell you." So I thought, oh, gee, all right, you know. And then I just decided that I'm about love. So I'm going to sit here and listen to this man, okay? So he goes and he's talking, and he's telling me stories about God. He's not preaching to me. He's telling me stories. How he found God, how he met other people that had found God, the circumstances behind it and everything. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting in this beautiful train station, and I just kept listening. My brother was like, you know. But me, I was getting into what he said. So we went on our train ride. It's a 5-hour train ride and beautiful scenery. And on the way back, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, he was part of this hysterical building. They did that back in the day. And then I got thinking about all the soldiers and everybody that passed through these doors, you know? And the warmest feeling came over me. And I just had to share. Amen.
Thank you, Carol. Anyone else? Carla. Welcome back, Carla. We missed you. I know, but we're going to go for you.
All right, so number 4, I've been looking for a job. I just lost my job recently. I had an interview.
Yes, it's about the live streaming.
I had an interview with Spectrum Thursday. It went really well. I did my assignment or my assessment for them yesterday, and I start training on the 5th. So I'm super excited. There is power in affirmative prayer.
Thank you. And I have a quick one I have to tell you. I took on what I thought was a massive undertaking of making what I call, well, they're called in Spanish, rellenos de papa. But every time I went to make them, there was something else that got in my way, like my sink backing up in the kitchen. So there goes the sink. Have no sink, have tons of potatoes, stuff to make. Okay, I'm going to get through that. So I got through that. I managed to make all of it. And then this morning, I realized, how am I going to get this to church? These are huge bins that weigh quite a bit. And I had this cart. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to place them on the cart. But then I realized that the weight of the potatoes are going to sink the aluminum down into the cart. So I'm like, okay, Mommy, you know, from heaven, you got to guide me here because I got to get this to church. I mean, this is something that I've committed to. So I went inside and I just stood for a minute and said, guide me. And there was this huge board behind one of my cabinets. And I placed it on top of the cart. And then I placed the aluminum pans on top of the cart. And then I couldn't get through the front door because the board is bigger than the door. So I'm like, okay, don't panic. You only have 45 minutes to get to church. So I turned it sideways. Try to move a cart sideways when the wheels just go in one direction. So I'm standing in front of my front door, hoping nobody comes out of their doors. And I'm tugging at this cart, and I'm tugging at this cart. And I'm not going to curse, and I'm not going to get upset, because I'm going to get these things to church. And slowly but surely, I managed to get the stupid cart out of the building. Then I get to my car, and I'm like, okay, now what? And I'm like, okay, if I put them in the back seat, they're going to fall. As soon as I make a stop, they're all going to go flying. The board, right in front of it, my pocketbook backed up the board, and I said, thank you, God, I guess this was meant to be. So that's what, and then, of course, then I had Sally, our new person, who came in and said, what is this little old lady asking me to do again? But again, now she is no longer a new person. She has been initiated into service. So thank you again. Now comes the time for the blessing of our prayer requests. Will the prayer chaplain serving today please stand? Every Sunday, we have a silent time of meditation from 10:30 to 10:45. From 10:45 to 10:55, prayer chaplains are available to pray with you, and again after service. At this time, we bless all prayer intentions or requests. Please bring forth the prayer box. Unity was founded on prayer. At Silent Unity, prayer has been continuous for over 125 years. If you have not yet placed your written prayer intention in our prayer box, you can do so at the end of service, or you can pray silently with us during this time. Prayer intentions are held in prayer in confidence here for 30 days. In other words, we don't look at them. And then we mail them to Silent Unity, where they are held in prayer for an additional 30 days.
As we take a deep breath in, we take that deep breath and we just breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. And as we breathe in peace, we push out love. As we breathe in harmony, we push out joy. We push out laughter, and we push out the dance that we all have. So as we look at these prayers that are in this box, we know that we don't need to open them up, because that's not how it works, but we know that each prayer that is in here and each one that is in our heart and in our soul is truly blessed, because we are blessed and we are blessings. And each and everything that we want, each and everything that we need is given to us. Maybe not always in the manner in which we thought it was supposed to be, but all is well and as it should be. So Mother, Father, God, Spirit, whatever it is that you call the divine being, know that you are circled and surrounded in peace. You are circled and surrounded in joy. You are circled and surrounded in love. And as we move forth into the world, know that we are love and we stand in love. Amen.
And now is our meditative part of this service. Now, some of you have already joined me in closing your eyes. If you have not done so, I invite you to do that. And if you are not comfortable closing your eyes, I simply invite you to focus on one spot in the room. For we affirm there is no spot where God is not. Continue to let go. Letting God, letting go. Letting God and letting go. Sitting in the stillness of this moment. The stillness of all there really is. Letting go in this moment is not really letting go of all of the thoughts that come and go, because they will, but allowing the thoughts to just simply pass through. Not focusing any attention on them at all, just allowing them to pass through. And return to this moment, this most sacred, holy moment. And we consider the word love, that it's all about love, that it's all about love. And love can build a bridge to creating awesome and amazing relationships, friendships, a connection that perhaps we can always take deeper, in the same way that we are going to go deeper into the silence, building a bridge between us and the divine, a bridge between us and the divine. And as we take a time to build our inner sanctuary, we know that this outer sanctuary is blessed because we are love. So we take a little pause and consider these words. With my love, I build a bridge. With my love, I build a bridge. With my love, I build a bridge. In the silence, we go deeper, joining in our oneness together, and say, with my love, I build a bridge. In the silence, we go deeper together. Love. My love builds a bridge. And as we sit in this expanded state of awareness, we bring into our hearts and minds all of those out there that we love, friends, family, all that's here. We bring into our hearts and minds all of the prayer intentions in our prayer box. We bring ourselves into this space for we know that love is a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
I gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I have to eat. I would swim out and save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all the hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Sing that with me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly that your heart would understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Because love can build a bridge. Welcome to Unity of Syracuse. I'm Reverend Edith Washington-Woods. Some of you know it, some of you don't. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, that's great. I like that. That's amazing. I'm really moved by how love shows up. Whenever we have things that are natural disasters, it always gives us an opportunity to love more. Yeah. And the way that it shows up in people rescuing, and I saw a picture last night of gazillion amounts of power trucks, you know, like National Grid, because that's what they do. They get kind of deployed from all over the country, and they showed this picture of water. They were driving down the road, and the water was really high because I could see these big, gigantic trucks, and you couldn't see their wheels. And it was a line of them, one behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, behind the other. And they were coming in to restore the power, even in the midst of the water. That's amazing. And when they leave their home base, They're working from the moment they leave until the moment they come back. Did you know that? That's dedication. You know, I often say that if I had had an opportunity, I probably would have been what they're called linemen. I would have probably been one of them just because. What a way to build a bridge. Well, I have a story to tell you about these two gentlemen. One gentleman, his name, I'm going to call him Bill, and the other one, I'm going to call him Jake. They had been friends since they were little children. And one day they were riding around in their car, one of them's car, and they had gotten into an accident. Someone crossed the road and hit them. And Bill laid there still, and then there was Jake. And Jake came to first, and he noticed that he couldn't see. Like, he couldn't see anything. Can you imagine that? You wake up, oh, here I am, I'm safe, I've got all my parts and everything. I can't see. I can't see. And I don't know what it was like for Jake. But I know that Bill was he was still kind of laying there, wondering, waiting. And didn't anything happen to his body, but they wanted to check him out because he wasn't able to move initially. And Bill went to the doctor, and he had a bunch of tests done, and there was a diagnosis. The diagnosis is, you have bone cancer. Bone cancer? I just got hit by a car. How did that happen? Well, it was probably kind of sitting around festering in his body. And he told his friend Jake. And they started walking through this dance of, whatever medicine that he was getting and all of that. And Jake started thinking, well, I don't know if I could be with my friend he was at this point getting near his transition. And he stopped talking to him for a few minutes. But see, there was something that was happening inside of Bill going to the doctor. He said to his doctor, I want to donate my organs and all of that. People do that, right? We sign that little anatomical gift on our driver's license. Yeah. He said, but I want to donate my eyes to my friend. But don't tell him. So Bill transitioned, and Jake went to the memorial, and the doctor was there, like some doctors do. And he gave Jake an envelope. And Bill decided to open it up and look at it, and he read on there, I love you. I want to do something for you. I'm giving you a gift of my eyes. Can you imagine what that was like? And Jake had a little tear in his eye that turned into a big, mighty river of water called crying, streaming down his ears, his eyes, and probably his ears too. And he started remembering what it was like for him and his friend. And he looked back and he remembered how they played, perhaps like in this photograph. And the interesting thing about it is that both of them were suffering. They were suffering in their own way with their own condition, and they didn't come together with it. I wonder what it is like for us when we do that. Well, in our book that we're reading, The Endless Practice, Mark Naples says, when I face my suffering, my vulnerability opens me to the depth of nameless compassion for everything. Nameless compassion, my friends, is love. Pure love. Only love. Absolute love. The love that happens when you're willing to give of yourself in a way that changes someone's life forever. Because those eyes, the eyes of Jake, weren't able to see. He was blind. And his friends His friend gave him something that would give him the ability to do what he could no longer do. Is that true friendship? You know, Helen, I wait for you to take that picture. Come on, get it together. I'm waiting. Click, click, got it. So Helen Keller, she said that walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. So here was Jake, walking alone in the dark. If you close your eyes and just imagine what it must be like. You know, when I close my eyes, at first I actually see darkness. And as I sit and am still, peaks of light come out. And then at times, I'm able to actually be the light because I already am. And I'm able to be immersed in the light. But I get to know that I never have to do that alone. That when I'm walking in the light or in the dark, that I get to walk it with friends like you. Because we all have times when there is darkness, don't we? And I think about what it is like when we assist each other, when we're able to know what we really know, what we want to know. Now, our Bible verse for today, it comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 and 8, and it says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Search and you will find. Knock and the door will be open for you. For everyone who asks receives, and everyone who searches finds. And for everyone who knocks, the door will be opened." So I wonder if Jake prayed. I wonder, did Bill pray and ask that prayer of asking and receiving? But what if Jake didn't ask? Perhaps we're called to ask for another. You see, a true friend accepts who you are, but also helps you become who you are meant to be, even when you don't know how to ask. Even when you don't know how to ask. Have you asked for someone today? Have you asked for the highest and the best for someone today? Have you asked for someone that has water coming up there in their homes? I saw a picture of someone that they had a little a blow-up boat. You know, they blew some air in the thing. It was oval, and they had it sitting in their living room. And the reporter said, "Why is that there?" She said, "Well, because I'm staying here, and if water comes, I'm getting in that." But there were people with boats. We keep hearing about it as we hear about all these natural disasters, if you will. But there are always opportunity for us to demonstrate love, to show love, to know that love builds a bridge. It builds a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? In our book, Mark Napo, he talks a little bit about oneness. He says, to feel oneness, we have to stay in relationship. Before that, he says in the book, our understanding of relationship grows out of our sense of how things are connected. So we have a relationship. Many of us, we've been here, you know, hey, we create relationship in one day, right, Sally? We have a few Sallys around here, you'll find that out. But we build relationship in a moment in time. That relationship can happen even if you're in the grocery store. You're standing in line, bored, wondering when is the slow teller gonna get the, you get in that line, right, when you're in a hurry, and it's the slowest teller in the whole store, and you go, why did I get in this line? And you're contemplating whether or not you want to get out the line and get in a different line, but that's probably gonna not work. And someone's behind you, and they say something, and it catches your ear, and you turn around and you have a relationship with them, talking about something that is absolutely important at that particular time, because we're connected. He says, in a sudden sweep of circumstance, love and courage appear in inexplicable moments of wholeheartedness. That's what's happening when we are allowing ourselves to stay in relationship. But he says, oftentimes, we forget about our wholeness. We dismantle ourselves and have ourselves be just one part, one thing at a time. For instance, if you take a pie, a whole pie, and there's some pies downstairs, I'm just letting you know, but like downstairs, there's this lemon meringue pie. It's not the whole pie, it's part of it. And I looked at it this morning, and I looked at it yesterday when I saw it, and it had these nice little lines in it. And the lines are separating one part of the pie from the other. But is the pie still the whole pie? Think about it. Someone took that lemon and all the stuff that goes in a lemon meringue pie, the sugar and the whatever else, and they, the egg whites that go on top, yes, you got it. But we're with the yellow part. So the yellow part, and they stir, as my grandson would say when he was 3 trying to learn how to make pancakes. Stir. And all of the ingredients are all put together. And all of a sudden it comes out, it's got this yellow look. And then you get the white egg whites, and you go and you stir, so you have to stir like crazy. And you stir, and then all of a sudden this liquid-looking thing turns out to be this white, puffy, pretty, yummy. You put it on top, you put it in the oven, and it gets these beautiful little brown pieces of peaks on it. And your mouth waters at the whole pie. But you're not going to eat the whole pie, right? Some of you might do that, I know. I'm looking at you back there, Shar. But you decide, I'm just going to start with one. It's just like that. We're all part of a pie, a big, ginormous pie. The pie that has different flavors and different pieces of it. Maybe one of us want to be a lemon meringue pie. Maybe one of us want to be a pecan pie. Maybe one of us want to be a key lime pie. Maybe one of us wants to be a banana cream pie. All your favorites. Or maybe you like them all. But that's who we are. When we dismantle it, it appears that we're just one. But when we remember to put it all back together, we understand that we are part of a whole. This whole cosmic way of being that is the universal presence of God. And to feel oneness, we have to stay in relationship. Because there is only love when we recognize it as one. You see, our first basic principle in unity is this. It's this simple. God is. God is. God is all there can be. God is love. And that love can build a bridge. A bridge between you and I, a bridge between those people that, they push the buttons, those button-pushing people. Love builds a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Because it's all about love. And that's the bridge that Bill built with Jake and Jake built with Bill. You see, the love was never not gone. It was just fear. Fear that he was going to lose his friend that kept him from being there. And yet, his friend was right there for him, like we are and can be. For that is what friends are for. Now, I have this acronym for friends, and it goes like this. F stands for fight for you. R, respect you. I, include you. E, encourages you. N, needs you. D, deserves you. S, stands for you. Friends fight for you, respect you, include you, encourage you, need you, deserve you, stands by you. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. Because love builds a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time to love somebody? To love somebody like this heart. This heart has many different colors in it. It all came from one mountain somewhere. Some people might call it odd. It's not odd. It's just an expression of love. The love that is always here for us to take part of. If we choose to, we get to choose love. Because love has already chosen us. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? You see, for friends are forever. And this little quote in there says, I can truly say that I am what I am because of my friends. For they have stood by me through thick and thin. I'll say that again. I can truly say that I am what I am because of my friends, for they have stood by me through thick and thin. I want you to listen to these words that we read at the World Day of Prayer, Interfaith Prayer Service on Thursday. It is Gandhi's prayer for peace. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and just listen to these words as if you are saying them yourself. Here it goes. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and love. And so it is. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? And our affirmation for today is, I feel oneness with you, and that makes a difference. Can you say that with me, please, together? I feel oneness with you, and that makes a difference. Again, I feel oneness with you, and that makes a difference. Now close your eyes one more time. And we affirm that love is here. Love is in this place. Love is seeking to emerge and to be transformative in our lives. We stand in love. We stand for love, for we are love, and love is God, and God is love. I see your beauty. I see your smile. I see your amazing, amazing place in this world. Your beautiful smile. The love that is bursting out from within you. I see it. I give it. I recognize it. And then it comes back to me. I feel oneness with you, and that makes a difference. And so it is. And so we simply allow it to be us. Amen. Love builds a bridge. Don't you think it's time? It's time for us to be that bridge. Namaste. And now it's time for our tithes, love offerings, and gifts, which is another way that we demonstrate our love. That's all. Demonstration. It's all about demonstration. It's all about practicing the presence of God within us. And we have our wonderful love offering affirmation. If you could say it with me, please, together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. You are my source.
Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Sing it together. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Okay, so what does Gandhi have to say today? In a gentle way, we can shake the world. Shake it up with love, people. Shake it, shake it. Okay, all right. I danced enough for now. For now, anyway. You're good. This is my big brother. Y'all don't understand. Okay. Yes. I hear those people. You know who you are. Shaking your hand together, rubbing them together. Allowing the love that is flowing through our heart to flow through our hands, to bless this money substance. The money substance in this basket, the money substance that comes in the mail, the money substance that comes from people pushing the donate button on the love streaming channel. All of the ways, down in the credit card machine, all of the ways that love comes in, the abundance that is there. We bless it. We bless it now through our hands. Love is here. Spirit, loving Mother, Father, God, we're so grateful for this moment. We're so grateful for the abundance that we get to feel, that we get to demonstrate in our oneness. That we are allowing ourselves to have this relationship. We are so grateful for all that there is and all that we are manifesting to be in our giving of ourselves in so many wonderful ways. We bless the giver, for you are the gift. We bless all of those, for we are giving as one, like one pocketbook, one wallet, one bank account. So this blessing is for everyone, even if you haven't given money substance in any form or fashion at this church. We are all being blessed by it. For love builds this bridge. We are building this bridge of love, allowing everyone to feel it, to see it, to have it demonstrated. We give thanks for love, love's presence. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Hey, Miss Natalie. How y'all doing? We doing good. How you? Good. What's up with YFM?
So, we are continuing to sell Delta Sonic Car Wash and interior cleaning tickets for $12 a piece, and we'll be downstairs for sale. And there's also a teachers meeting next Sunday after church, just briefly. And today we talked about how important our thoughts are.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about how when we're upset, how we can use our thoughts to get out of being upset. And Tavion said that he likes to draw maps when he's upset. So that's really cool. Doing something that you're proud of. Curtis, what did you say you like to do when you're upset? Oh, you like to make yourself laugh. That's what he was saying. He likes to try to make himself laugh. And then Dharma and Freya were saying that usually they like to squeeze their kitty. Like petting an animal that makes them happy, feel a little bit better. Or eating vegan food, right? That makes you feel better, right? And Mary Beth was saying she likes to go in nature, and I like to go for walks, so exercise is usually good for me. But how important thoughts are and how they we can use them in our lives. And Thomas had a really good point about his focus. He was saying usually if he can't think straight, he likes to go into a quiet space.
Wow.
It's pretty important as well.
Awesome.
Sacred quiet space for our thoughts to think and listen.
Great.
That's all we have here. Thank you for your support.
Thanks, Natalie. Oh, there's Thomas. We got more kids coming. Oh, hi. Hey.
The microphone, I don't know where it is. It's okay.
They really want to speak in the microphone, you know. Where's the microphone at? Can't we talk? Hey, Thomas. It's over there. Oh. Maybe you should get it. No, not right now. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And we have our children's blessing and affirmation. And remember that the affirmation is for all children worldwide. And let's especially say that for the children affected by any natural disasters in our country and the world. Let's say it together, please. We bless our children wherever they are. We see them surrounded by love and light throughout the week. We have a thriving, expanded Youth and Family Ministry. Yes, we do. And the prayer for protection, everybody? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And the peace song